YouTube, SpeakFan757-665-6226, here with another video. This time, it is an unboxing, kind of a show and tell of some deals I found in my local Dollar General. I wasn't really intending on going bargain hunting. It just kind of came. It just happened. Okay. You know, I posted a video last week of my Big Lots adventure and some of the discs that I picked up from there. But yeah, Dollar General. I don't know if you have one of these around you, but if you do, I got some interesting titles. Some I'm a little ashamed to say I purchased, but they were all at a price that I didn't feel guilty about purchasing something that maybe I shouldn't. We'll get to that. Here's the you can't see that. This is you know, believe it or not, and you might not believe it, but believe it or not, I am actually a huge Christmas fan. Maybe my wife is a bit more. She likes to decorate, but I love Christmas movies. Not really the ones that you see on ABC or whatever Disney affiliate that is, you know, 24 or 25 Days of Christmas. No, I mean, they're not all good, but certainly a lot of the classics you can't go wrong with. In a previous video, I had unboxed a classic A Christmas Carol with Gene Lockhart, one of my favorite Christmas movies. Here you go. This is a Warner Brothers DVD. They bundled 4 movies together, of which I've only seen 2, but I like them enough that to buy them, and has 2 others that I have not seen, and for a very good price of $7. Here you go. It happened on 5th Avenue, All Mine to Give, Holiday Affair, and Blossoms in the Dust. Looks like Walter Pidgeon there. Greer Garson. I'm a big Robert Mitchum fan, so even if I just bought it for Holiday Affair, you know, it's not a great film, but it's worth watching once a year. Robert Mitchum, Janet Leigh, and Wendell Corey. Not a bad cast there for A Holiday Affair. I'm a pretty big Robert Mitchum fan. So I got that. This is a Westerns collection, and I was surprised at the some of the titles featured on this. A couple of which I really don't care about. One of which I actually own, and we'll get back to that later. But all of these, it's 6 of them worth owning. At least 3 or 4 of them anyway, and the other 2 can or 3 can, you know, whatever. They can go hang. I don't care. I paid $8 for it. Not a bad deal for 6 movies. You got Major Dundee. Great little flick there. Geronimo. I have not seen that. Missing with Cate Blanchett and Tommy Lee Jones. I have not seen this movie, but I've heard so many good things about it. This is a great movie. I actually own this on Blu-ray, The Professionals. Lee Marvin, Claudia Cardinale, Woody Strode, Robert Ryan, Burt Lancaster, Jack Palance. It's sort of like I'm trying to think, like to give it like a oh gosh, it's like a thinking man's Magnificent Seven. I don't know, something like that anyway. It also has The Quick and the Dead, which is a film I saw years and years ago, and I really enjoyed it. It's a little unconventional places, but I enjoy it. And one of my favorite westerns from way back, Silverado. But I did not buy this set for Silverado. More on that later. Okay, what do we have here? Next, this, I'm not even sure why I bought it. It's probably one of the more expensive ones I bought, too. It's one of the most expensive ones I bought. But I've seen 3 of the movies. One I've never heard of. This is this is a Thrills and Chills, the 4-movie Thrills and Chills collection with The Craft, which I remember seeing back in the 90s. I don't remember it being a very good film, but I remember I liked a lot of the soundtrack songs that they put on there. Monster High. Should I have seen that already? I'm not sure. But anyway, Fright Night. Yeah, saw that a long time ago. And I think what threw me over was this movie, Brain Scan. It's a film that it has a real out of nowhere twist at the end. And when I remember when I saw it, maybe not long after it was first released on VHS, we rented it one night, and I remember thinking, that's not a bad film. It's a little antiquated today, but certainly the nostalgia. Anyway, 4 movies here, and for $10, I think that's a pretty good deal. I've certainly paid a lot more for a lot less. A couple Blu-rays. This is a film that I have never seen before, but it has a great cast. Well, it has Clive Owen in it, and I like Clive Owen. It has Paul Giamatti, Tom Wilkinson, Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts, she's all right, I suppose. Anyway, this is it looks interesting, and I figured for $5 you can't go wrong. Duplicity, Julia Roberts and Clive Owen. Clive Owen. It's like whatever happened to him. It's like you saw him in a bunch of movies, and then he just kind of fell off the face of the earth. Really good actor. Anyway, it's a cool, sexy caper. We'll be the judge of that, shall we? Yeah, this is another movie that I was a little on the fence about. And movie, it's 4 films. I don't usually buy these 4 film sets, but I kind of got in the mood to buy them. And this was only $10. It's 4 films. And I have seen only one of them. But I really like that one I've seen. And the another one, when I show you the picture, it should maybe explain a little bit about why I bought it. I'm a man, you know. I'm married, I'm not dead, folks. Alright. Night of the Living Dead, one of the Resident Evil movies. The Devil's Tomb. Really? Cuba Gooding Jr.? Ray Winstone. Henry Rollins, Ron Perlman. Decent enough cast. Stupid friggin' title, but whatever. Night of the Living Dead, the Tom Savini updated version. This is a Resident Evil movie. Devil's Tomb, whatever. And Zombie Strippers. It's a film that I've seen a lot in, Walmart and Target and places, and I always thought, geez, who the hell buys this shit? Well, apparently, I got people like me. It's got Robert Englund of Friday the 13th fame. Not Friday the 13th. Jeez. Nightmare on Elm Street. Not a big fan of that franchise, but whatever. And it has Jenna Jameson, who's not looking so good these days. She's getting a little long in the tooth. And whatever she's done to kind of help prevent such natural things happening, the encroachment of age, whatever plastic surgery she had, well, I hope she got her money back, because good, not good. Okay, finally. This is a Blu-ray, $6. I think a pretty damn good deal. It's a film that we just talked about a couple minutes ago off the Western set I bought. But I love the movie so much that I bought it twice in the same trip. Silverado, folks. Yeah, love Silverado. And I never bought the Blu-ray before, but it's worth owning on Blu-ray, even if I have to own it twice in that DVD set. And it's got, looks like some special features and just some goodness and 1080p fun. Yeah, Scott Glenn, Danny Glover, of course our good friend Kevin Kline. directed by one of the Lawrence Kasdan. Really quite an interesting filmmaker. Anyway, that is my Dollar General haul. And I'm going to open this stuff up, and I'll be back in just a couple seconds. It'll just be a couple seconds for you. It'll be a few minutes for me. And I'll kind of give you a peek at what's inside these beautiful boxes. So, I'll be right back. So, it's actually been at least a day later. It's 1:45 in the morning, Sunday morning. But I was able to unbox those videos. So, let's take a look at what's inside. And I gotta say, I am not particularly pleased with the way these films are packaged. Not at all, actually. It has been my habit the last 6 or 7 years now that when I buy DVDs, I generally store them in like a big CD cases. I've got more than I probably want to admit. And I'm always on the fence about throwing the boxes away. I end up saving the boxes. I just put them down in my cellar, and I don't know if I'll ever use them. You know, really, it's a matter of storage space. I'm working on that, though. But anyway, I've resolved to keep the DVDs in their boxes for at least now, anyway. And whereas before I didn't really care because I never use the boxes, I don't like how they're storing DVDs. They're packaging these multiple films in one set. I don't care how they're packaging them. So, we'll take a look at the first one. Again, that is the Christmas favorites. And I'm really looking forward. I'm really glad I got this set for the price that I got it. However, when I show you how they're packaged, you might be a little surprised. At least I was. Yeah, they're all stacked. Let's see if I can get this. They're all stacked in there on top of each other. Now, I don't know a whole lot, but I can't think that can be very good for the discs. So I'm very careful with how I remove them. First disc is All Mine to Give, which I've never seen. That's a film that has, out of curiosity, it's an RKO Pictures release. Cameron Mitchell, Rex Thompson, Patty McCormick, Hope Emerson. I like her a lot. Yeah, so that's All Mine to Give. Next film is a movie that I have seen. Usually I watch it every year when it comes on TCM. It's not great, but it's got Robert Mitchum and it's got Janet Leigh, and, well, you know, that makes for at least a very good combination. Holiday of Fail. That's the disc. Okay, third disc, It Happened on Fifth Avenue, which is not a bad little movie. Not great, but I kind of liked it. It's charming. And the final movie on this set is Blossoms in the Dusk. Greer Garson and who is that? Walter Pidgeon. Never seen it, so you know it's still technically, you know, at least still have a Christmas tree up. We haven't taken it down yet, so I might just give a couple of these a spin. Otherwise, I'll have to wait a whole year. So, anyway, that is this set. Not too bad. If you can find it at your local Dollar Gen, then go for it. The second collection is packaged much the same way. This is a release from Sony Pictures. Again, the 6-movie Most Wanted Western collection with some pretty cool titles on there. I own 2, but, you know, you're still getting... I've never seen Geronimo, nor have I seen The Missing. So, anyway, there's the back, just in case you missed it. And, yes, these are packaged the same way. But they are, and there's a little ultraviolet to go with it, they are, at least, the discs are printed with the actual collection on them. They weren't, you know, repackaged from another box set. Okay, this is why I don't like these discs. I'm having a hard time removing one of the discs. I'm really not sure. It's hard to say. Apologize for that. Most Wanted, Major Dundee, and Geronimo. I really wonder if they print these movies, these discs, to even last longer than, like, you know, a couple of viewings. I mean, when I buy a movie, I intend to have it for, you know, hopefully a long time. So it kind of bothers me when they're so cheaply packaged. But when you're paying, as I said, you know, these really small prices, I guess you have to find the corners to cut somewhere, and that's where they cut them. Here's the Thrills and Chills collection. Once again, this was sort of a weird buy for me. I really wanted just to own Brain Scan. I think I have it on Laserdisc, but just a decent DVD release. I don't need a Blu-ray. I don't think it's not been released on Blu-ray, but just something I can pop in once in a blue moon. And once again, packaged the same way. The Craft. Interesting little film. Wasn't too long after this that they came out with the show The Charmed. Well, a few years anyway. Here's Monster High, which I have not seen. Don't laugh at me, folks. We all have movies that we have to fess up and say, no, I've never actually seen that. Okay, this is Fright Night, which I believe Twilight Time, sort of a boutique label, and they deal in Blu-rays. But they do limited edition Blu-rays. They only have like a run of like 3,000 or 4,000. Brain Scan. And I think they just re-released Fright Night on Blu-ray because their first run was so successful that, well, they thought it was a good idea to reprint them. And hey, I think they're making their money pretty well. Here's Duplicity. You know, this was very much a blind buy, but I do like Clive Owen quite a bit, and what the hell? You know, Duplicity. This was, I guess, a former rental, perhaps, or maybe a Red Mox at one point. All right, here's the other Thrills and Chills set, and yes, they are packaged like so. Now, this version of Night of the Living Dead, it was directed by Tom Savini, written by George Romero, and some say it's actually superior to George Romero's first original Night of the Living Dead. I would not say that, but it's pretty damn good, and it holds up. And Twilight Time actually did release this as well, maybe last year, on Blu-ray, but it sold out, I think, before. I think it sold out during the pre-order season, like within like maybe even hours. So I did not be able to snag that, although I would have liked to. Resident Evil Apocalypse, never seen it. I don't know if I've seen any of the Resident Evil films. I don't think I have. Mila Jovovich, you know, she's nice to look at. So is Janet Jameson for Zombie Strippers. Once again, Janet Jameson rode hard, put away wet. I think that might apply for her these days. She's not looking so hot. The Devil's Tomb. It's amazing how an actor like Cuba Gooding Jr. can go from being an A-list star to, you know, all of a sudden he's now doing The Devil's Tomb. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I've never seen it. I just think it's kind of funny. Well, not really funny, but ironic, maybe. Silverado, the Blu-ray. This is a book. Digibook, I believe is what they call it. Here is the CD. Gotta get the disc straight. Here's the disc. Just a star, you know, like a sheriff star. And some pictures right there on the film. from the film, and you know, pages from the book, you know, different stills, and I'm assuming there's probably some production notes somewhere. You know, I don't know if this is actually worth reading or even having, but I suppose it adds a little extra value to your Blu-ray or your whatever film it has. I've got quite a few of these, and it's cool. It's cool. My computer just decided to go into sleep mode. Hang on a second. Okay, this camera here again once decided to freeze up on me. The next video, and hopefully all the forthcoming videos that I do, will be filmed on a camera that will not freeze on me, and the quality will be better, I think. I was just too lazy to set it up. That's pretty much the only reason. Anyway, this is the Silverado. Once again, there's the back. The Silverado Blu-ray disc. And so completes my official Dollar General DVD Blu-ray buys. Not exactly something I do all the time, but what the hey, you know? I think for the price I paid for all that, it's pretty much worth the price. So check out your local Dollar General or your local dollar store and see what they got. You might be surprised. You know, I was very surprised to find some of the stuff that I found, and not just that. I mean, stuff in the past that I found. Believe it or not, and I was a little surprised to see this myself, I actually saw a couple Criterions in there. They were older, and, you know, I think I had a couple of them anyway, but Dollar General carrying Criterions, that is really interesting. So, keep a lookout. You never know, you know. So, until next time, folks, Speak Fan, 757-665-6226, and I bid you keep them flying.